What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 98 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot. We are recording later than normal because we ate dinner first this time, and
Yeah,
now I'm
whatever.
sleepy. I am tired.
Yeah.
And
I
Carter's
just
over here
killed
breaking.
people's ears.
Yeah, Carter's over here breaking shit. Not surprised.
It's been a whole 5 seconds, and I've already killed people's ears.
Yep.
Sorry, headphone users.
That's normal. This is all normal.
Is it, though?
Yes. As the person who edits your audio, yes.
I feel like I should take offense to that, but I know you're right.
Exactly. Oh.
So what are we doing this week, man?
So Series 12 doesn't come out for another 2 weeks. Arceus comes out in like another 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So we were working on our new Littleroot like circuit information and whatnot. Figured we could talk about that today because I know people have been asking about that.
Yep, gonna go a little in depth about everything. And by a little in depth, I mean about like the structure of it and not like specifics of like dates and
we don't
stuff
have
yet.
dates yet or anything, but we have the new outlines and like the structure of everything, what's changing, what's staying the same, stuff like that. We've got a lot of input from our survey we did.
Which to everyone who filled that out, we greatly appreciate
Yeah.
it. It does add like having a feedback loop does help us like want to grow and better ourselves to make better content, which then will provide you all with better entertainment and therefore want to give back better feedback and et cetera, et cetera. So
Yep.
it really does help us out that you all went through and did that for us. We are giving away a copy of Arceus for
Yep.
those who did that.
For the one
Yeah.
lucky winner. Yep.
What do we got?
So we did the drawing off camera, off stream, random number generator thing, and H Christ 18. If you're still on the server and you're listening, come claim your copy. If you don't claim it by the day Arceus comes out, we will just re-roll it.
Yeah, you have 2 weeks.
You got plenty of time.
I can't imagine Henry's not still around.
We'll probably ping him. We'll have pinged you in the server probably at some point too. Hey,
Yeah,
look.
he's still there.
Hey, look.
All right, cool. 2 weeks. You're on the clock.
You're on the clock. We'll probably ping you at least once.
Yeah. Probably we'll get pinged in Monday announcements or something. Who knows?
Would you like to know what the most requested thing I got was?
I haven't actually looked these over too much.
So one of my most requested things was in the YouTube section.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Littleroot Showdown. People miss the Littleroot Showdown.
They miss me losing every
I don't know if they miss you losing, but they miss the Littleroot Showdown.
They miss me punting away a match every week.
Which, if we can get into a comfortable place with Series 12, could easily see bringing that back or playing matches on Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, something like that. We could also there was also the suggestion for more tier list stuff, competitive use for unviable Pokemon. I feel like that's just the deep dive's eventual ending up someplace.
I also feel like that's what Moxie Boosted does. He takes unviable Pokemon and is like,
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna shove them on a team and it's gonna be good.
I was watching Xerneas today. He's just shoved Xerneas alongside Groudon and Venusaur, and it was not very good.
Rip.
But everybody wants to see more showdowns, more Spheal apparently.
No, I reject it.
More collaborations, more Pokemon variety, which we're trying to get into. Right now, we're kind of just full on Draft League stuff, and I have Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl Draft Leagues coming up. I got 2 matches I think this month because I got a deadline on the 22nd, and then I'll have another one in the end of February probably.
See, I have USPA starting this week.
Yeah, well,
I am playing in week 1, so that match will already have been decided and everything by now. So clearly I won. That's how this works.
That's how.
Or it was a complete embarrassment, and I'm not going to talk about it.
The game didn't matter, and your team won without you.
No, because my match, I'm playing before most other people on my team.
Ah,
So that's not how that one works, unfortunately.
womp womp.
I think I'm actually number 2 or 3 playing. I think I'm number 2 playing in ours. So,
I don't know.
we had our first match tonight and pretty clean 2-0. Like, we watched it and it was fun.
It was nice being able to like talk about VGC like from an actual like
like being able to watch
watch
it.
it
I
and talk
haven't
about it
watched VGC content in forever.
because
Like,
no one's playing.
yeah, like I mean, obviously like Aaron Zhang is still making content, but like it's Series 11 stuff, so it's just like, yeah, I don't really care about that. And I know he was talking about also doing like BDSP stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not involved in playing in any leagues in that, so I don't really care about that.
Yep.
And like, had USBA allowed us to play BDSP, it would have been a different story. I would have definitely, driven myself to play that format way more. And like, it's a fun format. Don't get me wrong. I like limited dex formats like that.
Yeah.
I do think that lower power formats like that can be fun, and that's one of the big reasons I've been enjoying Redeem the Trash. It's just that league is so cool. You get to see so many different things, and it's awesome.
Say my Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl Draft League. I'm very pleased with my team.
Yeah, Pidgeot, I'm excited.
Yeah, I got Togekiss, Heatran, Flygon, Rotom, Frost, Spirit Tomb, Pidgeot, traded for Huntail, traded for Cradily, and then can't remember the rest of them. Gramble, and I think there's one other C tier. What's the other C tier?
Not Linoon. Don't do that. It was really bad for me.
No, I don't have that.
Let's see. You had it pinned, and of course now my internet's not going to cooperate.
Let's see here. I had 2 S's, 4 B's, which were Flygon, Rotom Frost, Gramble, and Cradily.
Oh, Chimecho.
Oh yeah, Chimecho.
You said Spirit Tomb, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Chimecho.
Yep, Chimecho. Which I'm hoping to play that match this week, and we'll probably have it on YouTube this week. Either that or stream it and then put the VOD on YouTube. I don't know yet.
Or
we'll see how much
both.
work. Well, how much work I want to put into it.
Or both. Why not?
I have to get the team built still.
Yeah, it's where I'm at. I have a draft league match tomorrow, and I'm just like,
well, yours is on Showdown. I'm putting mine together in
True. Mine, I'm getting tires put on tomorrow morning. It's like, I have at least an hour. I'll figure something out between now and then.
One of my favorite things is that we figured out the menu glitch in 1.1.3, so I can go back and I can just make everything that I want again, and I'll be fine.
Yep. Do you have auto update off?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. It's like, yeah, whatever.
I
I did all my stuff on Diamond and Pearl, so it's like, yeah, sure.
The menu glitch is easier in 1.1.3.
Does it work in older versions too, or does it only work in 1.1.3?
Well, there's other ways to do it in the older versions, which those are technically faster methods.
Gotcha.
This one's easier to do because it's just hitting buttons in the right order. I could explain it, but it would take like 20 minutes. Do you have 20 minutes?
I mean, technically yes, but do people want to listen to that?
Probably not. There's videos.
Yeah,
there's videos on YouTube. Blaine's has got it up. There's a couple other people who got it up. It's been out for 3 or 4 days. I do not expect them to release a patch to fix this one.
Dude, it's so baffling to me how broken this game is.
You know why we keep breaking it? Because they haven't fixed the original problem. It's the menu.
It's accepting multiple inputs at once.
If you just make it so the menu can't open on certain screens, it solves the problem. Why have you been
just writing a code of, is menu open equals false? Just something very simple to make it where it can't.
It's the easy as making sure that you're on the game screen and not any other screen. And it's just that easy. It's like if you're on this, and that's how you trick it essentially, is you're tricking the game to think that you're on the game screen and not in a menu somewhere. And long story short, I don't expect a change. I don't expect another patch for this one. This is the 3rd or 4th time we've broken it. And I expect this one to stick probably.
Can we go hunt shaman yet? Can we get back to shaman?
No,
Lame. I'm off
no.
it.
They just now were able to like add movement to the menu glitch, so you can do all the other stuff. Currently all you could do was you could fly to whatever town,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could just do like item duping, Pokemon duping, and things like that, and that's it.
Yep, that's as far as I ever went on 1.1.2.
With what they have now, you can access all like the make your own shinies and
Oh
all
lord.
and add whatever moves you want to add, Pokemon, things like that. It's a mess. I don't get in with all that. I'm literally just there to make extra rare candies and vitamins.
I want to make my life easy.
I don't want to grind all these EVs. I only want to grind a couple EVs, and then I'll just use vitamins for the rest.
Yep.
It's the worst part is grinding for mints. That's like the hardest part.
Which once you get one of each, it's a cakewalk.
Yeah, I have
But
enough.
it's getting, 21 different mints, but I mean there's a bunch of those that you're never gonna see.
The
You're not
big
gonna
ones
see
are
naive.
the big ones are jolly, timid, relaxed, sassy, calm, careful, impish, bold, and then adamant, modest.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones you want. I have enough. I have a good chunk of dittos where I can get most of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the impish and the calm and the careful, the weird ones that boost defense and lower an attack stat that I don't have access to. So those would be the ones where I'd have to go and get a mint for them.
I bet I know someone who has access.
Oh, I know someone who does. I just have to go ask.
I was talking to someone, I can't remember who it was, and they're like, I was talking about Evan starting his new Twitter, and they're like, man, that seems like a lot of work. I'm like, trust me, it's Evan. He is more than willing to.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
it's
really?
easy for him. Yeah,
I'm like, trust me, this is the guy who spent literal days making sure everyone had access to everything they potentially could need to set up our draft league.
Yep.
And that was a month before we even announced it.
Yep. I always swear Evan just doesn't sleep.
I'm pretty sure there's multiple people who use that Evan Smoke account. And
It's more than just Evan. He's got a whole crew of Evans just to help him do stuff. That's hilarious.
and anytime he needs to be on camera, it's just him.
I mean, sure.
So what are we talking about, man? I feel like we've tangented a lot
We've
here.
tangented enough to where this is going to probably take up the rest of our episode here.
Yeah, probably.
So, season 2. So, season 1 was very successful. A couple things we learned from running just in-house events. We had a lot of events. Almost too many, in my opinion.
I think I'm going to agree. For 6 months we were running 4 events a month. And
Sometimes more.
yeah, that was a lot. And I feel like, especially near the end, we were feeling tournament fatigue. Our numbers at the end were definitely way lower than they were at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a big part of that was, granted, we had people who had already qualified.
Yeah, and that's kind of how this works. As people qualify, people are less inclined to play, so on and so forth, like that. You lose every qualifier, you lose 2 players, or like every 2 qualifiers, you would lose.
Mm-hmm. We're dropping at a minimum of 2 players a month.
Yeah,
and that's saying that those were people who were grinding every event too. So the future of it is we are going to be cutting back on actual tournament play,
like best of 3 events.
But as a result, we're also going to be reworking Rumbles to be ladder tours. Sword and Shield has these natively in the system.
Yep.
And we wanted to provide best of 3 tournaments, but as a free-to-play option as well for the circuit. And so that's the way we went. But in hindsight, I don't know why we didn't do ladder tours to begin with. Like, I do, but at the same time, you get so much information from just having access to home and obtaining the data from the event itself. It baffles me that we just didn't do that.
So the reason we didn't do ladder tours to begin with was because everyone expressed interest in best of 3.
Correct.
Because that's what the sword and shield grind was if you weren't playing in best of 3 events, you were grinding ladder. And best of 1 cheese dominates those types of events. So it can be a giant feel bad moment to get kind of punked out of a ladder tour by getting gotcha a couple times in over a course of a ladder tour. Hence why we did the best of 3 events where players have a better chance to show their skill and overall just make better decisions, not get gotcha'd every single corner. Well, from the survey, we've noticed that people kind of want ladder tours back, which is fine. Excuse me. Um, so overall, Rumbles are going to be ladder events probably for the foreseeable future.
Yep.
Um,
At least for season 2.
yeah, at least for season 2.
And that's the glory of doing this the way that we're doing this is we can potentially run multiple seasons in a year.
Yeah.
Granted, that is quite a bit of work and everything, but it is technically possible to do so. So this is still going to be a 6-month tour. Still a 6-month circuit.
Yep.
Still a 16-man invitational at the end of it all. And
still a big prize payout.
Yep. So we are going to be having our qualifier events as well. We're cutting down to 1 a month.
Yep.
As a result, we want to be able to continue to have the prize support that we were having previously. So our entry fee is jumping from $5 to $10, which not only helps offset that, but we're going to provide payout to the actual qualifier, which we had done previously as well. And then the rest of it is going to the invitational pot and to cover fees and stuff from PayPal and all that good stuff.
Yeah, one of the things we also noticed was conversion rates aren't friendly.
No.
Yeah, Carter and I would have
the hard way.
About once or twice a month we'd have to go and pad the account back out to where it was supposed to be because there was a lot of transaction fees that got lost in over PayPal's, like paying with goods and services or transferring from other countries to here, which we don't mind. That it's just like it adds up over time. So the like having the
$6 this week and then $4 the next week and then $7 the week after that. I mean, that does add up. So we're just going to set aside money from the fees, from the entry fees to help mitigate that. That's literally what we're going to be doing.
So the way I have it panned out here, we have a $10 fee. If you just look at it like this, so out of that $10, $3 goes towards your qualifier payout. That's 30%, $3, however you want to look at it. 60% of that, or $6, goes towards the envy payout. So it's a 1-to-2 ratio, kind of help keep the invitational pot fairly high so we can pay out to more players when the invitational comes around. Mm-hmm. And then we're keeping $1 to help cover transaction fees for anybody else down the line and things like that. PayPal always wants their end of the deal. So you can look at it as a $9 entry fee with $1 like transaction fee.
Service charge.
Like that's however you want to look at it.
But that's one thing that you and I are very adamant about is being, especially when it comes to like money, is being very upfront and open with people and saying, we are not just pocketing your money. This is all going back towards something. Something down the line. It's going back to our community at some point. It may not be immediate return on like investment and things like that. So circling back to like the actual invitational and like qualifying, since this is going to be a 6-month tour, we're going to have 6 invitationals. I mean, 6 qualifiers. And to make it where we have 12 spots set aside for qualifiers, first and second place in each qualify.
Yeah.
I feel like I said qualify a lot in the last like 3 sentences.
No drinking games, anyone, please. We are not responsible for you going to the hospital.
So that's really just going to help. I think it's going to help smooth everything out.
Yeah.
There's going to be you're still going to have high stakes games to be played because the difference is now first place is still taking home a cash prize.
Yeah.
So there is still an incentive to play for first and second.
Yeah. So if you think about it this way, if you have 10 people enter, first place gets $30.
Yep.
That's the cleanest way to think about it. If
Yep.
10 people enter, first place is $30. Second place is an invite into the invitational to play for more money later. If 20 people enter, first place is $60. That's how math works. And so it gives you more of an incentive for bigger events, which I expect the events to be bigger because we're opening them to the public this time. Before we were very limited on making sure they were in our Discord, small and manageable because we weren't like super comfortable with everything going on. But now that we're fairly comfortable with Battlefy and we have a pretty good rating on there, the plan is to make them public. You still will pay us via PayPal, and then once we have received your payment, make sure you send your Discord name alongside with your payment in your comments or whatever it is for the payment. That way we can track it.
Send it to Carl and myself or however, and
Yeah,
we'll get you the code to enter on Battlefy.
exactly. We'll have a join code for you. We'll send that to you. You'll need to enter that to join the event. And that's how we'll track all of that. I expect a ton of last minute signups like we normally do. I expect qualifiers to probably stay on the weekends for the most part.
I think that's when most people are available. So
And
I
then
think it just makes sense.
try to avoid any of the IRL events that are starting
Which
up.
there are several weekends in the coming months that are going to be open. So granted, we don't have schedule set in stone yet.
Yeah.
Of course, live events legitimately could get canceled again.
Yeah.
We don't know what the next 6 months are going to hold.
Who
So
knows?
we can't definitively say this is what's going to happen. We're taking these dates to dodge other events when we don't know if the other events are even
going to happen.
Yeah. So obviously we want that to happen, but we'll figure it out when it does.
Going to note here now, everyone, you still get points.
Yep, it's still like the remaining 4 spots are going to be paid out to top point leaders. Same kind of structure that we had in season 1, just a little different now. The fact that your points are going to be coming from ladder tours and qualifiers makes it where there still is an incentive to play.
Yeah.
You are going to earn points for playing in any event. The rumbles, the ladder tours are going to be paid out to everyone is going to earn at least one point.
Yeah,
and then
minimum 1.
The top 50% from there are going to earn incrementally more based on your placing.
So the best way we could describe this is if we had 64 players.
Yep.
So everyone is guaranteed 1 point whether you finish first or 64th. At 32nd place, that's where we start to increment points because that is the 50% line.
Yep.
So 32nd to 17th would get 2 points. 9 to 16th would get 4 points. 5th to 8th is 8 points. 3rd and 4th is 16 points. 2nd is 32 points. First could finish anywhere with like 64, however we wanted. This is just math.
Yeah, we haven't again nailed down specific numbers yet, but that makes sense to me. It makes sense to Carl that's how we want to do it.
It helps those who win these ladder tours, especially if they're large like that. It makes them worth the effort, worth the time playing, rather than saying you're going to get 20 points for finishing first, like we did for best of 3 events.
But at the same time, we still want to incentivize people to play in the qualifiers because that's where your prize pool is going to come. So we want to incentivize people to play those because, like, your points are going to matter there as well.
Yeah.
So haven't officially nailed down exactly how points are going to be paid out.
We haven't got our numbers set yet, but that's the idea. Is top 50% is going to be weighted more towards than the bottom 50% of the ladder events, whereas last time it was fairly weighted in between, like the middle of the pack would get 4, 5. First and second would get really good numbers. Third and fourth kind of wouldn't really see a whole lot of return on investment. This is going to weight it more towards doing really well rather than trying to just show up and play.
Yep. And of course, we're going to have the leaderboard and everything. That's all going to be up on the website. Carl's going to handle all that because he's the tech wizard and I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
So, be on the lookout for all that when it actually does go live. I'm sure we'll have an updated FAQ page on there as well. I just need to sit down and finalize everything and get all that typed up. And
Yeah, we need to finish our numbers and whatnot and get that all knocked out. One of the cool parts about being in this, like, getting ready for IRL events again, means we have the solid format for 6 months. We don't change formats, so our data actually means something.
Correct. We can actually say, okay, in the beginning of the format, this was really popular, but now that it's invitational time, we see one player playing it,
and we get to see trends as things evolve. Like, oh, this Pokemon was doing really good in this ladder tour and really good in this ladder tour, but it started to trend downwards in this ladder tour. Should you prepare for it next week? I don't know.
We'll figure it out then.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that's going to be fun to, like, see and look at, because we would do data points and gather stuff up for best of 3, but that's just like bring the best team and win, because you're only had like 3 months to actually play this format, whereas this format gets to evolve for 6 months or however long it is, and it'll be interesting to see what all changes and how we can track that stuff as it goes.
I'm doom scrolling.
I was wondering what you were doing over there.
I figured there would be something on the old Twitterverse to talk about, but
there's people clamoring about Pokemon art, like the Pokemon Arceus articles are coming out and whatnot. There was one that was like, we need a 19th type. I'm like, no, we don't. You're a madman. Stop it. Go get some help.
Yep.
We do not need a 19th type. Fairies are busted as they are. Petition to make fairies weak to bug.
Permission granted.
It's not that hard.
Well, you say that, but it is, Carl.
It's not.
It messes up the type chart.
No, it doesn't.
But Carl, I don't know, man.
It actually doesn't. It makes Bugs just a slightly better Pokemon. I don't see a problem here.
It makes X-Scissor and Bug Bite like actual viable moves. Like, I already think that Bug Bite is pretty underplayed. The problem is like, it's just... Bug typing is so terrible.
Yep.
That it's just not good. I honestly think if you had, like, Bug Bite be playable, like, you would be hunting for neutral nature Pokemon to be able to mint, to then not be able to be hit by Pinchberry Confusion.
Yep.
And I think that's like a super minor thing that's really cool.
Like that would be neat. I would definitely say that would be a neat thing to hunt for. But honestly, I don't think Bug Bite's the thing that you're going to make.
No, it's
better.
Not even slightly.
It's the Pokemon there with like Struggle Bug or Bug Buzz and like Lunge and whatever other Skitter, Fellstinger, like things like that. Those get better.
Good.
Like make Bug resist Fairy. Like even just making Bug resist Fairy is fine. Have you watched Wolfie's video on how to make Bug?
I have, yeah.
Literally, that's like the one thing that would make Bugs like actually decent is just Bug resists Fairy.
I legitimately think if you made Bug resist Fairy and Fairy weak to Bug, I think that by itself makes Bug somewhat viable. I think things like Scizor become way better.
Scizor becomes a Fairy destroying monster.
Like Excelgor actually becomes like playable because you can just Bug Buzz Fairy types into the dirt.
Into nothing. Yeah. That cool trick, Xerneas.
Please go away now. Like you said, like Struggle Bug becomes like an interesting attack.
Volcarona's actually good.
Yeah, having a 4x resist to Fairy seems pretty decent.
You're 4x resistant to Fairy. You resist Steel. You never want to get hit with a physical attack ever because you're gonna burn somebody. You get to redirect them anyway.
Yep, it seems great.
Volcarona would be amazing. Holy crap!
I'm for it. I know. So I've been playing a lot of Blue Kaizo.
Oh gosh.
And something I've noticed is my Viridian Forest encounter, it seems like nine times out of 10 is awful because it's either Butterfree or Beedrill.
That's because they make up like 30 or 40% of the encounters.
It's actually only I think it's a combined 25%.
What about Metapod and Kakuna?
No, that's counting them.
That's counting them?
Yeah, because you can only get Metapod or Kakuna in the forest.
Oh, you can't get Caterpie or Weedle.
No, I think you can get those on like Route 2 or something. Regardless, I've come to the conclusion that they are just awful.
Well, yeah.
They're
Gen 1 bugs. What do you think was going to happen?
Well, here's the best part. You can also get them later. So like it's just fine to get them just so you can sack them to Brock to get your Pikachu in.
Yeah.
That's just good.
That's all they're there for.
And then it removes the dupes later as well. So like you can actually have a viable counter for Misty compared to Twin Needle Beedrill. Because it learns 2 moves when it's a Beedrill.
Yep.
Twin Needle and Pin Missile.
Yep.
That's it. That's literally all it learns. At least Butterfree gets Stun Spore.
Yeah.
Butterfree sucks. Beedrill's worse. And it's hard to be worse than Butterfree, and yet it found a way.
It's just Gen 1 bugs were never that great to begin with. They weren't designed to be good.
No, not even close.
Poor Paris, poor Weedle and Caterpie and Venonat.
At least Paris has a niche of having Spore. Like at least it has that going for it.
But you're also freaking miserably slow, so if you get crit once, you're just done for.
And you have like 100 weaknesses.
Yeah.
You have a 4 times weakness to poison, fire, flying. You're weak to rock.
Yep.
You're weak to ice.
Yep.
You're weak to bug.
Yep.
Right? Because bug does not resist bug.
Bug does not resist bug.
Granted, there's like 2 bug moves in the entire game. I think 3 actually. I think there's 3 damaging bug moves.
Leech Life,
Pin Missile, Twin Needle are the 3 that I came up with.
I thought Pin Missile was normal in Gen 1.
Nope, it's bug.
Is it bug in Gen 1?
It's the only good attack that can hit a psychic type. Because you can have it on Jolteon.
That's right.
Literally the reason you would play it. You can hit Eggy for 4 times effectiveness with your Jolteon.
With your Jolteon. Yeah.
It's not good, but it's technically something you could do. You would rather just body slam it.
Yeah.
But technically you
could. Whatever.
This has been a tangent and a half.
That's fine.
Blue Kaiser is great and I hate it.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna put any of the VODs up on the YouTube. There's just so much to go through.
Dude, there really is, and that's the worst part. I want to save them for when the run actually happens and just do something with it.
Yeah.
Like all this filler content is kind of whatever. Like attempt 5 or whatever the first like decent one that made it through Rock Tunnel. That one, like that run was cool. And met a very unfortunate fate. And then attempt 9 was like also really good, and then I just bled all the way to Cycling Road and then some.
I tuned in today and I got to watch the slow descent into
madness. You got to witness double team Venusaur.
Yes.
Because for some reason they gave Venusaur, because it's so bad in Gen 1. It just doesn't have any viable moves, so they gave it double team.
Yep.
As in its learn set. But here's the best part: your Venusaurs can't know it because it's learned at level 1.
Oh.
So you can't get like a Bulbasaur and evolve into Venusaur and no double team.
That's even worse.
So it's on every enemy Venusaur,
but never yours. That's fantastic.
I hate it.
I remember the run that died to Poliwrath.
Was the Poliwrath in Surge's gym?
No, it was a Poliwrath on
Misty?
Nope. It was a Poliwrath on the route outside Lavender Town.
Ah, yes. That was attempt 4.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of bleeding, and then I ran into the guy that has a bunch of Oko moves.
Yep.
And I got hit with a fissure, if I remember
Yep.
correctly.
And then it just spiraled from there.
Attempt 9, I lost my Gyarados to Mr. Mime because it knows Thunderbolt.
Yep, that seems right.
Did not even think about it. Worst part is, like, 20 minutes before that, I almost lost Gyarados in Erica's gym to a Lapras. Because it also knows Thunderbolt at level 1.
Someone needs to play more Gen 1 random battles.
Like,
you would know these things if you played more Gen 1 random battles.
And, like, the thing is, it's like Gen 1 coverage is so bizarre.
Yep.
And then you have a ROM hack that changes things in it as well. So, like, today, I had to think if Furo gains access to Horn Drill. Because, like, it's just not something I'm prepared for. And, like, something I could see happening in this. Just like, can I reasonably switch into my Golem on this so I can rock slide it and not be hit by Horn Drill Furo?
Get him.
Needless to say, it doesn't, but I did lose my Golem to Surf Raichu.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Didn't even think about it. I'm like, oh, there's a Raichu. I'm going to bring out my Rock type. Bang! Oh, we're very dead. Cool.
Yep, bye. Yeah, I've enjoyed watching you play the Blue Kaizo runs. Every Squirtle is named Leonardo, and it's adorable, and I love it.
I think I'm just going to stick with the comic book name, because honestly, I think it's really great, and I'm probably going to just create a spreadsheet and just have it ready.
For everything?
Yeah, just like, alright, cool. I know what this is.
I know what his name is. Yeah.
Because, like, all the grass types, I'm just like, alright, this is now Poison Ivy. And then I catch a second one, I'm like, I don't know what to name this. I'm out of things to name grass types.
Poison Ivy number 2, Poison Ivy number 3, Poison Ivy number 4, so on and so forth.
Basically, yeah. And, like, I think it was attempt 9, I had, like, 5 fire types. Just like, I don't know what to name any of these. I already used Human Torch. I'm out of ideas.
Good question.
I named my Charizard Human Torch, and then I caught a Magmar. I'm like, well, this doesn't fit anymore.
Human Torch number 2.
Trust me, Charizard was already dead, so I thought about it.
Oh, still getting over this bronchitis thing. It hurts.
You can keep it, man. I don't want it.
Oh.
Blue Kaizo is great. I thought about playing Crystal Kaizo, and then I realized that everything in Gen 2 is just worse. Like, you gain access to Protect, which means that every gym battle is basically how long can I stall you.
Yep.
Like the Koga fight in the E4 is literally just like Gen 2 stall. It's like Fortress and Blissey, which is buffed in this game.
Yeah, of course.
Because for some reason 10 defense isn't good enough, so they gave it 50.
Good luck getting through that thing.
They did it in Blue Kaizo 2. They gave Chansey 45 defense, which means that a high jump kick from like max attack Machamp is not enough to KO them.
Goodness gracious. That's awful.
It's like, cool, I literally can't one-shot this.
I can't take this out in one go. Means I get blown up.
Yep. And like every Wigglytuff and Clefable I had to think about, and it's like, alright, this probably has like Blizzard and Psychic and Thunderbolt, and I'm terrified.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about Gen 1 random battles is you get to learn about all the weird coverage the Pokemon get. Tauros gets Blizzard.
Yep.
You can just blow people up with Blizzard on Tauros.
I had
the wiser.
When Crystal came out for the Virtual Console, I had a buddy who really wanted a Gyarados, but he wanted Thunderbolt Gyarados.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't gain access to in Gen 2.
Yeah, you only get it in Gen 1.
So he caught the red Gyarados, traded it to my red file so I could teach it Thunderbolt, to then trade it back to him. So it was his original Gyarados with Thunderbolt.
Goodness.
You want to talk about like overcomplicating things for the sake of overcomplicating it? That was one of them.
That's exactly it right there. For sure. Goodness. I don't see any kind of world where that's necessary.
But Carl, he could, so why wouldn't he? He never asked if he should. He only asked if he could.
I don't think you should or could or would have been able to ever do that anyway.
What do you think, man?
I am tired. That's what I think. We haven't even talked for an hour yet, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we covered everything we needed to. Everything we wanted to.
We checked all the boxes. What's going on in Showdown? What do I got going on here?
That is a good question.
Oh yeah, I was playing this for the deep dive that came out on Friday.
What is it?
This is Zacian Yveltal with G-Max Centiscorch. This is a Tiki team. This is one of 4 that he shared with Twitter, and this one's hilarious. I love this team.
Oh.
So Centiscorch is one of the very few Pokemon that can deal with both Groudon, Zacian, and Kyogre at the same time. Yep.
Okay.
So, because you have Flare Blitz and Power Whip, you get to just beat up anything in your way for the most part.
Yeah.
Max Flutterby helps you get through helps you survive against special attackers. Your Koba Berries, so you get to survive up a whole bunch of hits from like all the max airstreams running around.
What is our G-Max move?
G-Max Centiferno.
Which is just
trapping Fire Spin.
See, I hear Fire Spin and I think Blue Kaizo, and then I'm scared again, Carl.
So it's essentially it's Fire Spin. Essentially, you trap them in place. Only the Pokemon hit by it on the turn it was up are affected by it. If something like dies and something comes in, it's just not going to affect that Pokemon.
Okay.
You have to reset its situation.
Gotcha. So it's not like Wildfire where it affects everything that's in or out.
Yeah. It also has this really cool Zapdos set with like Rising Voltage and Hurricane. This is like anti-Kyogre and it's hilarious.
Why are we Rising Voltage?
So when you get to play against Thundy and they want to max lightning your Yveltal,
okay,
you get spread damage Rising Voltage.
Gotcha.
You also can click Eerie Impulse because you're 1 point faster than Kyogre. Get him.
Bang. Safety goggles, so we have a decent sun matchup.
Yep. So we're not just being put to sleep by Venusaur, things of that nature.
I like U-turn Rillaboom. I like that quite a bit.
We're Assault Vest, Volatile. This is triple attack Zacian, which it's got some weird bulk. I could honestly just see
just playing 4 and 4. Yeah, I
doing
think
that's
probably fine.
But it's the same either way.
Tiki is one of the most unique team builders. Like him and Aaron just do some wacky things.
They just find the wackiest
and they're so
things.
cool all the time. Tomorrow I'm laddering with Support Gigas.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm very excited for it. I've seen a couple replays that he's sent, and it's just so funny.
I could have just opened Showdown to look at my Draft League team.
Could have, but you didn't, and instead I had to pull it up on Discord.
Let's see here. I have a Heatran. I got a 6 IV Snubble.
Yep.
Got a 6 IV Spiritomb.
Okay. Do you have your reset berries?
Yes.
I'll say though, I did not have access to all of them.
I have access to all of them. I have about 30 of each.
That probably will not be enough.
No, but
that's a good starting point for sure.
It's a starting point for sure. I have 400 rare candies.
I think I stopped when I hit 90. I'm like, yeah, that'll be fine.
Well, you weren't prepping for a draft league.
That's
that
very
was.
true.
You were trying to get through your Nuzlocke.
It's I'm tired of grinding against wild Pokemon, and that's why I don't do it in content.
Yep. I like this team a lot. I had to figure out what Huntail's max speed was because it has Swift Swim as an ability, so I needed to
Huh.
know how fast Huntail gets.
I
The
actually
answer,
expected it to be faster than it is.
well, it's only base 52, so you get to 114 at Jolly or 104 at Adamant, so you're either 228 or 208.
Neither of which are very impressive.
I mean, when you're trying to get to beat like the base 100s in the format, that's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
That's very true. You're, I mean, you can do like shell smash things, so
Like
you can
exactly,
go,
that's the other thing
you
is
can go
like
turbo fast.
you have access to I have access to redirection shell smash, which is really cool.
Do you have
Um,
rain dance?
oh, that's the cool part about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Everything gets rain dance.
Does Heatran?
No.
Okay. I had
Uh,
to ask Carl because you said everything and I got concerned.
well, when I mean everything,
I
it's
know.
like
Does
like
Rotom?
yes, I think so. No, they took away.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it does. It does.
Okay.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it does because
like,
it
I
gets
thought
sunny
I
day.
saw Sunny Day, but
Like I know it gets sunny day, so I'm pretty sure it gets rain dance. Yeah.
neat.
Like Granbull gets it. Spiritomb has it. Pidgeot has it. Chimecho has it.
Oh, Pidgeot is a Gen 1 Pokemon, so it has access to everything and also nothing. So
I mean, they still gave it access to Twister.
it also has Uproar.
Yeah.
Uproar is like decent.
Uh, you get access to Hurricane, which is cool.
Tailwind's really awesome.
Yeah, but we all know how powerful Tailwind is. Chimecho is my weird. This is the weird one. So Chimecho gets access to like Thunder Wave and Energy Ball.
It also gets Levitate and Perish Song. I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Stored Power
I knew that one.
with Calm Mind and Curse.
You get entrainment, so you can
Yes.
entrainment your Heatran.
Yep. You can entrainment Heatran. You can entrainment to get a different ability on Chimecho, which could be cool.
You also have skill swap too, so you
Imagine
can
it-
skill swap, levitate, and gain heat proof. Or
Like
flash
imagine
fire.
skill swapping Cradillia to get Storm Drain on your Chimecho. And then it's just like, give me all the water moves. This is fine.
I don't see a downside to this.
There's no downside here. Yeah, I have a ton of Levitate Mons. I have a ton of flying Pokemon. I could put Serene Grace on my Chimecho.
What does that do for us?
We get the increased chance for special defense drops.
We can go to
Um,
40% it looks like is the max. We have a 60% chance to flinch with Astonish.
Charge Beam goes to
140%.
140%.
Does that mean we can get multi-boosts?
I wish.
I wish that's how that worked.
What else do we get?
Is Future Sight still really weird?
I don't know.
Like, if I remember correctly, it's all based on the special attack that it has when it actually connects, and not when you use it.
Wow.
I don't know. It was really awkward, and something that I think came up exactly once in Emerald Kaizo. Because I think there was like some Alakazam that had access to Future Sight plus Calm Mind or something. It's like, how soon do I need to deal with this? Immediately, cool.
Very, very soon.
You also get Curse.
Yeah.
Curse Chimecho.
You
Go
get
get
to
'em.
do Cursed Chimecho things.
I wish Chimecho was Ghost. Was Ghost Psychic.
Nah, I'm good.
I was getting ready to ask if there's a Ghost Psychic type, Carl. Can you tell it's late?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Is Cali Shadow the only one?
No.
It's the only one I came up with.
There was ones before Cali Shadow.
I'm thinking.
It's another restricted.
I'm thinking.
There's two of them.
Shut up, I'm thinking. Ghost Psychic?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You want me to ruin it for you?
Yes.
Lunala, Dawn
Oh,
Wings
yeah.
Necrozma.
Are those the only ones? Am I actually?
I think that actually might be it then.
I'm looking it up.
Faster.
That's fair. Ghost, psychic. Alright,
Hoopa.
cool. Legitimately, I've never seen Hoopa. Like
That's because it's a mythical.
I've never seen what it does, I should say. I've obviously seen it as a Pokemon.
It's a mythical, no one plays with it. So you can't play with it, so it's whatever.
Hashtag unban Manaphy.
No.
That's fair. Have a good day. Keldeo?
No.
Oh.
No Keldeo.
Dude, those are like the only two I really want to play with are Keldeo and I think if you restrict Mew's like move pool, it would be fine.
Marshadow.
Marshadow's gross. Imagine stealing Intrepid stored boosts.
Magearna.
I am now the +1.
You thought Zacian was busted? Here's Magearna.
Just explode. Whatever's next to it, just explode.
Go kaboom.
Choice band Metagross.
Goes boom. Too bad you're like really weak to Earthquake.
You'll be fine. I'm actually curious what the highest attack stat is that also gains access to Explosion. Slanderous Therian.
Not surprised.
Follows second by Metagross.
Yep, right behind.
Why does Blacephalon have a base 127 attack?
Because it's an Ultra Beast. Who cares?
I care.
Technically, Gigalith ties Metagross.
It does, but it's slower. Excadrill? Did you mean Excadrill?
No. Azelf's the one I know of that just goes boom all the time.
I forgot it also has insanely high attack.
Yeah, it's the one that just goes boom. I even asked when we were doing power rankings for Valor. I'm like, Azelf's the one that goes boom, right? Because I know one of them goes boom, and I couldn't remember which one. I thought it was Uxie for like the longest time. No, it's Azelf. The blue one goes boom. It's also got 125 base special attack and 115 speed. It's insane.
We unban Genesect?
No.
It's just better Scizor.
Yeah, that can do this.
It's Scizor that can also burn you.
Like, no.
I don't see a problem with this.
There's a whole ton of problems with that.
It can also go kaboom, Carl.
No. No kaboom.
I wonder if Silvally kaboom does more. What is Silvally's attack? How low on this list is it?
Not that low.
It is base 95. Eliki has a higher attack stat than Silvally.
But are any of them stab explosion?
No. So the question is, does it do more than Landorus Therian blowing up?
So, explosion with stab
becomes base 450? Is explosion 250 or 3?
250.
That's a lot.
You know how to do this count here?
Silvally.
Explosion from Silvally with normal gem is going to do 107 to 126 to the Sababa Snow.
Normal gem is 1.5 times.
Yeah.
So it's the same as Choice Band.
I believe so. I don't know. I could just slap Choice Band on here and just
for the sake of science.
No, Choice Band is 123 to 145.
Okay, cool. That's the part we care about.
Remember those numbers.
123.
Landorus T. Let's explode, shall we?
Expanding Force?
Explosion. We are not bold. We're going to be adamant with this other choice item. And we are max attack. 110 to 130.
Silvally blows up more.
Silvally blows up more. That's the best. Like trying to figure out is like who's gonna deal more damage. I guess the only way I can think about.
That was the thought process. Is like explosion is stab, so you're gonna get it more off of Silvally, but does 50 points in attack make that big of a difference when you're talking a 50% boost in damage?
17% apparently.
Neat.
Or no, 13%. 13%.
Yep, because 110 versus 123.
Yep.
This has been a weird episode.
Yeah, that's what happens when we record late at night. We need to stop doing this.
No, it's great. I hope this episode does really well.
Oh, God.
People want more ramblings, Carl.
If you say so.
All right. I think it's officially bedtime.
Okay, get us out of here.
All right, everyone. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening on Spotify, leave us that 5-star review. It really does help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button. Leave us a comment down below. It really does help us out. Really excited for our events to come back. I know we had really good turnout the last one, so hoping we can continue that on and crown a new champion.
Yeah.
So let's see. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at LR Lessons, myself at Mr. Missouri 25, Carl's at Musical VGC. You can follow us on Twitch at Mr. Missouri 25 and at Musical. Come join our community Discord. That link is always down in the show notes. That's where you get to come hang out with us and entertain us and be entertained by us and everything
Stay
else.
up to date on everything else we're doing. And
Yep, that's the big thing. And let's see, check out the website so you can find our merch and all the stuff related to the circuit when it goes live. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something.
Anchor support.
There you go. All you.
So for as little as 25 cents an episode, you can support us every month. Help keep the lights on, pay for my new fancy computer that I had to upgrade to so we can keep editing videos and all that fun stuff.
Now it's time to upgrade mine after yours is paid off, right?
I wish.
That's how this works.
I'm probably gonna be paying this off for a while.
We got time. We have nothing but time.
You say that.
By the time yours is paid off, it would be time to upgrade mine.
That would be time to re-upgrade mine, probably.
I think that's everything, man.
Yeah, I can't think of
Twitter,
anything else.
Twitch, YouTube, Discord,
Anchor support,
merch page. Yep.
all the fun
I
stuff.
think that's everything. So, thank you all so much. We'll see you later this week with some more content, and we'll see you next week with another podcast. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.